Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to King George V Oval here in Glenorchy. And what a wonderful sense of atmosphere and anticipation for this big match. There's been a lot of talk. We can see the highlights in the Mercury today, and it was all about the Barwick name, a very, very famous footballing name in the northern suburbs, and it is one. Brieanna Barwick playing her 100th game. It's Andrew Silver Fox Hopwood. I'm joined by Martin Duffy. And Duff, this is a fantastic event today and a magnificent achievement by Brieanna Barwick.
Yeah, big build up to the game, all on the back page of the Mercury today, and a great story, as you're alluding to, the Barwick. You kick a bush in the northern suburbs, and guess what happens, Hoppy?
There is no doubt about it. A Barwick will drop out. But dear old dad, who is over there, Peter Barwick, who is the current president of the Glenorchy Football Club, a life member himself, Duff, and I'd put it to you, Martin, this would have to be the first Tasmanian father-daughter life membership of a football club.
You could be right there. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else.
And here comes the celebration as the mighty Magpies run through here, and Bree just crashes through. Absolutely magnificent. And also in and around the banner, which is a lovely touch, Duff, the other four young ladies who are life members of this very, very proud football club are here to celebrate with her. That's Sandy Eaton, Nieta Lynch, Sarah Davies and Gemma Hutchison. And it's wonderful to see those young ladies here celebrating with Bree as she joins that very, very elite company.
Yeah, no, great to see that obviously with the girls' footy it's just exploded, and now we're seeing milestones like this happen. I mean, Brieanna's not that old, I'm guessing probably 25, 26, and to bring up 100 games already, that's a pretty good effort.
It is a good effort, and don't forget Duff had a year off where most males have a year off. It might have been doing a hammy or a leg. She's had the year off bringing a child into the earth, which was fantastic, and wonderful from her to do that. And now she is back out playing, not only playing, Martin, but she is also coaching. And I've listened to her speak, and in fact I went in before. She's a wonderful mentor for these young ladies out in the northern suburbs.
Yeah, no, she is. And of course we interviewed Brieanna early in the season. I think that was down at Lauderdale.
It was.
And the way she spoke, you know, it's just fantastic. Just rolls off the tongue nice and easy. And inspiring leader, and hopefully they've had a bit of a hard year, Glenorchy, but hopefully they can put up a good effort against the Roos.
Well, it's all about female sport, as we see Clarence on there, but what about our young ladies, Duff, representing our country in the Olympic Games? It's the majority of the medals are gone to females, and I think that all goes well when we see you can put some financial backing into female sport, Duff. The rewards come with it, don't they? And it's fantastic to showcase how good our females are in this country, and congratulations to our Olympians, and congratulations to the young ladies that are out here playing footy. And it's wonderful to see so many playing these days. And the thing that we've noticed, Duff, from watching a lot of football as we do, the kids coming through have really got a good sense of having to play the game, because they've done it since Auskick.
Yeah, it's a big advantage for the girls coming through now, having learned all the skills at such a young age.
I know, Martin, it's all about the Glenorchy and Clarence, but also tomorrow morning, I tell you, as far as female football, there's a young lady whom I know you very much like to see when she plays. That's young Priya Bowring. I think has won Goal of the Year. She's won all the accolades. She's still such a very, very young lady. She's finally getting her opportunity to play seniors for Lauderdale tomorrow. And the reason being, Martin, she's been away on national and also devil duties, and she's had a little bit of illness. She was due to play the first game of the season, but unfortunately Glenorchy couldn't get a team up, so she couldn't play, and because of all the other duties, she's finally making her senior debut. The Devils have allowed her to play tomorrow, so so we've got almost the bookends here. We've got a terrific leader of young women in Brieanna Barwick, who's playing her 100th game here today, and also Priya tomorrow. So here is the Clarence game. I guess if we do have a look, Duff, at the ladder so far, it is Kingborough who sit atop of the ladder. They've 11-1, followed by North Hobart 8-5. Clarence sitting third, 7-5. Lauderdale just rounding in that top four with 3-8, and Glenorchy 1-10. But they have been very close on a number of occasions. Tonight there are a number of outs for Clarence, but that said, you know, you go in with what you have. They've got some great talent going around there. Of course, Ava Reid. There's a lot of good young players still on offer for this Clarence combination, and they'd be really looking to fine-tune themselves looking into finals football for Glenorchy. Well, it looks a little bit far off. If they win tonight, they do keep their chances alive, although they do play Kingborough in the last round, which is next week before we go into finals. But a fantastic night here, Duff. It's a good sense of occasion. Not a bad crowd as well behind the glass. I mean, wonderful facilities out here at KG5.
Yeah, no, it's a great ground. Always love coming out here to the northern suburbs. And like we said, you kick a bush in the northern suburbs and out pops a Barwick.
So, the siren has sounded for the start of this game. It is Glenorchy in their traditional black and white stripes up against the Roos. Good tap out. There is Halika. She picks it up for the Magpies. Can't go out. Well played by Clarence. Back towards Fazakali, one of the better players there for Clarence. She's had a stellar year and is playing very, very nicely. Glenorchy now pick it up on their half-back flank. Back in towards the centre of the oval. Big, expansive oval. It's one of the bigger grounds in Tasmania, Duff, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's a massive ground. I think it's the same size as the G.
Yes, you can make the mistake on this one if you get caught wide in the pocket, so be very mindful of that. I have noticed as well that Barwick has got a pretty close tag. Celeste Knowles has gone straight to her. Now, my inside male, Celeste, I know quite well. In fact, I did coach her. She's from South Arm. She's a teacher from down Lauderdale Way. And my word was she had a broken hand and mightn't play, but she's out there, Duff.
Oh,
she's a very, very good athlete, and she's got that run with roll.
Where'd you get that mail from? She's got a broken hand. How can you be playing with a broken hand, Andrew?
Well, she's tough. And talking of tough, there is Schultz. She's another ripping player as she tries to knock it over. Good start here by the Magpies as it was Silver. And what about that one? That's Lenny Fine has put that one through for a great goal. As I'm waffling on, Duff, I could have missed one of the goals of the season. That was a cracker. As I know Jerry's just tapped me, said, Hoppy, have a look at this one on the replay. Gee, Schultz gets that tap out. She picked it up. I thought it was going close to the line. A little bit of a fumble, hooked it back, and that is gone straight through. And that is the start that the Magpies have been wanting. And it's really given them some confidence, Duff.
Oh, well, they just got the ball forward there, and she was hoping it was going to sit up. And that's definitely one of the best goals we've seen this year. Very tight angle. Reminded me of Ackermanis.
Yeah,
strong through the core, under pressure, could still, execute a great kick on goal.
Now, you know, Duff, I very much enjoy my commentary with you, but I have to say I'm having to sit a little bit straighter in the chair as I'm joined by Peter Barwick, who is, of course, the president out here at Glenorchy. Peter, welcome on board to Duff TV for what is a very, very big occasion out here.
Always a pleasure, Hoppy. Great occasion and great start by the girls.
It is a very, very good start out here as we see Clarence picking that ball up. There is Webster. This is her third possession already. She was kicking that down towards Ava Reid. She's a very tall young lady, moves very nicely, centres that one back in and just takes a nice mark there. Now, Peter, can you help me with this young lady who's, I'm going to say, let me have a crack at this. Taupi Mahu.
Not quite, but what they do is they actually shorten their name. So that was actually Lika.
Yes.
So we've got Lika, we've got Lome, we've got Arne, and we've got Linne. So
the old expert there. I'll get a bit of that guidance from you maybe at quarter time. But let's get back to the football, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about getting these young ladies from the South Pacific because they're doing a great job. That's a very strong mark taken by Fazakali. She's got a bit of height about her. Settles, goes down nicely. Big, strong kick. Defending very, very nicely now. Just gets that quick on. There is Knowles, who I just said a minute ago has got quite a big tag on there. Back in towards the centre of the ground, and Wagner takes that mark. Wagner moves on very quickly. Looks to get a bit of width about it. Couldn't quite have it was Harris, but now it's coming back in towards the middle. Nice play here by the Roos, trying to get the handball out. Here is Knowles. Goes the handball. She normally is very good at trying to link up. But Glenorchy now, a very, very steady one. So, Peter, I was just talking before a little bit about the ladder and Glenorchy at the bottom, but I'm just sort of suggesting if you get a couple of wins, I'm just trying to, my math, 8 onto 4, it might just fall that little bit short, but it really could give you momentum going to next season, I would have thought.
Oh, look, absolutely. You know, their aim is to beat a side above them, and they've had moments through the year where they've just really played some good footy, but a young developing side, you know, a new group altogether, and it just takes that bit of time. But no, I'm sure that they'll, you know, if they can keep this group together, there'll certainly be big things next year, but it'd be really good and pleasing to finish off the end of the season really well. So great stuff.
Yeah, it's actually crucial, and we were in the rooms a little bit before, and I just thought there was a really good buzz about it. They were certainly up for the challenge tonight, and I'm so pleased that we've got a really good crowd that have come and watch the young ladies go about their work as that ball's kicked up. And here is Barwick, who takes a nice mark. She goes back in, centering the ball. Good spoil there for Zackley. Just playing that kick behind the ball, and that's about her 4th possession. Lovely spoil there by Sutcliffe. The umpire has blown the whistle. Didn't see that one, Pete. What was that for?
Just a tap on that deemed a throw, but no real sense of occasion, the umpire. You know, play on, let it go.
Oh, I'm with you on that one. As Blackburn goes back there inside the 50 for the second time, are the Roos. Big, strong tackle, and that's the sort of thing you need to in the early stages of the game. I reckon that's what Coach Barwick would have said. Let's just stay with them for as long as we can.
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden, Pete, your confidence grows, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep,
Don't set your sights too far in the game. Let's just go. I know it might be, you know, old-fashioned, just by quarter, ball by ball, tackle by tackle. And all of a sudden, the longer you're in it, the more the confidence grows.
Yeah, great speech by the great Alan Jeans. Contest by contest.
Isn't it? So, you're from my school, exactly right. I love that one. I used to show it to all the kids I coached, and I never got sick of it as that handball comes in. And again, I was just also talking a few seconds ago, Pete, before you got here. It looks like a pretty close run with roll with Celeste Knowles going on Brieanna Barwick.
I would suggest it's a little more than run with, but but again, you know, where's their coach's sense of occasion?
Okay, so it is the Roos who picks this one up as Hardy drills it back in. Almost taken that one was Del Perro, but just came off her chest. Good strong tackle. That's brilliant work there. It's one of the features of these young ladies, the tackling, Pete.
Lome, that one, Lome. Salome shortened to Lome. Yeah, fierce tacklers, rugby school tackling.
Yeah, so Salome with a nice kick there out to Davis. Really showing, I'm just about to pump it up, but really showing some good work here are the Magpies. Again, nice tackle, putting Clarence under plenty of pressure as Knowles there goes the quick kick. Thought that might have been touched, but going back, and it's Del Perro who's getting her hands on the footy. And just taking your time. All 2-on-1 here. Can they mark? Good work by the Magpies. At the front of the pack was Ava Reid, where a good front and centre will be. A dear old dad was pretty good at that sort of work.
Yeah.
And through for the minor score.
Very good indeed, he was. Very good.
So far, Glenorchy are really dead set in this match right up to their ears. There's no doubt about that. They're not overawed, and so it's a really, really good game. We hope that you'll enjoy the coverage here coming to you from KG5. I've also heard a whisper that the name might be changed to Barwick Park. Is there any truth in that one, Pete?
No truth in that, Hoppy. But I love your imagination. But I think there's a few other greats around as well. But.
Okay, so here indeed goes Preshaw. Preshaw back in. They've got the numbers. There is Blackburn. Driving that ball, a lot of pressure being shown. Well done by Adams as she takes that ball over the consummate defender, and it is going to be a boundary throw in.
Yeah, come a long way, Cherie. She only new to football and a late starter, but picked up all the basics really well.
The thing I'm interested in, Pete, as we get that throw in, a question I want you to tell us a little bit about on what is underneath these young ladies. So what have we got coming through? So that's the sense that I'm sure all your Magpie supporters were wanting to know. And what does the future hold? As just all of a sudden, here is Harris picks the ball up for Clarence. She drives it in. Again, it's a wonderful spoil by Adams, who you've just spoken about. Yes, excuse me. How are we looking in the female space out here at Glenorchy?
Look, we've got a couple of gaps. We've got a really good under-14 girls side, and they're very much involved in the club, and we've had a couple of combined trainings with those as well. So that's that's really promising, and then a few below that as well that are really competitive teams. So over the next 3 or 4 years, I think we've got a great group coming through, and as I said, we'll continue to harness this group and build on those young girls coming through, and should have back to our absolute best as a program again too.
That's the idea. Well, it's under 14s, Pete. I mean, it's given them a couple of years, and all of a sudden they're not far away from senior footy. No. That's the reality.
Absolutely. Look, at 16, you get some really good talent running around out there, so it's great.
Okay, so here is Clarence. They go on that left foot. So at this stage, Glenorchy 1 goal straight. Clarence yet to score. It's a very strong tackle. Just sense of awareness, and you can't blame that. That's where your teammates just need to speak up and make sure people are aware. The only thing, Pete, I mean, I'm concerned, if you've got the old onion in your hand, you've got to understand that you're going to be quite hot.
Yes, yeah.
Sense of urgency.
Indication there, a little bit new to footy still, but back into the back
on the
there,
footy, which is great. So the ball is close to the line, and Glenorchy trying to keep that one in. They go down low to hold that one in. It's close to the boundary line. We're all got 11 minutes into this first quarter, and it's been a very entertaining start to this game. Good skills on offer, perfect conditions. As I was driving out here, you could just see the clouds just fluttering here. Beautiful night here for football out at KG5. Oh, luck's the fortune for the Roos there. It was Blackburn who rove that one and has put it through for Clarence's first goal, and that sees them move to 1-1-7. Glenorchy 1 goal straight 6, as we see here on the replay. It was as a kick in there by Webster, got the handball further back to Reed, kicked it, almost marked that one. It was just unfortunate, just went off the hands, and Blackburn was front and centre and was able to put that one through for a goal. They keep their heads up though. They're absolutely in their game, so with all but 12 minutes gone into this first quarter. Wonderful facilities out here, Peter, as well. So I noticed the bar downstairs. There are plenty of patrons in there enjoying 1 or 2 Friday knockoff drinks, having a look at the footy. Fantastic rooms upstairs. Do we use them much for the football club, mate?
Yeah. Look, they are part of the football club. Yep. So very much so. Had our black and white ball up in there just last Saturday night, which is a fantastic night. More cocktail format this year,
Beautiful.
So a bit more mingling.
Yep.
And a bit of live music and some DJing as well. So really great, mate.
Absolutely fantastic. No, it is wonderful facilities, terrific ground, as it is another ball in of Clarence on 1-1-7. Glenorchy 1 goal straight. Ruckman size up. Good. There's a really nice tap. Quickly kicking it out. Well done by Owen. She goes onto the wrong side of the body, which is showing great skill. Only goes as far as Wagner. Wagner gets that ball back inside the 50 again. Handballs over to Gill. Further afield going in is Hardy. Hardy long back towards the square. Good tackle here. Good pressure by the forwards. Lovely work by Blackburn. This is what you want to see if you're a Clarence supporter. The forwards working hard. Just back in the day, forwards, you would have thought they just sort of prance around and want to get a goal, but nowadays you've got to lock it in, and they're doing so very, very nicely here are the Roos. They're pressing. A lot of questions being asked of Glenorchy, and so far they've got the answers, as Sutcliffe looks ready to go back into the ruck again. No, she's backed off that one. In and under again. On all fours, just trying to tap that one out. Get a couple of extra metres if they can. Still inside the 50, fumbling that one. It's Webster. Webster's been quite good there for the Roos on that one. A very high, wide kick. The Magpies are doing a really good job, Pete, in defence so far. They're applying a lot of pressure. There hasn't been too many clean opportunities that have come in, and even the goal that they got was from probably a little fumble. So it hasn't been a lot of clear opportunities for Clarence yet.
No. Look, yeah, really hotly contested game at the moment. Oh, and big contest there as well. But yeah, no, both teams are having a red hot go, and yeah, Glenorchy is certainly up to the challenge at the moment. But let's hope that can continue for the rest of the game. But yeah, good game so far.
Certainly is. Devine and Triffett go hard at it. It is Clarence with the numbers, as Rachel Gill takes a very, very nice mark. Of course, Rachel Gill, the name Gill's a very prominent name in football. Of course, the CEO of football, Damien Gill, of course, that is his lovely wife playing out there, Pete.
Yes, he does. He doesn't advertise that fact too much. So
no, she's the star in football.
Yes.
And I'm sure he's watching. I had a bit of a chat with him today. He's home on dear old dad duties. And I'm sure he's watching our telecast. So, Damien, if you are there, we hope you are very much enjoying this telecast from KG5. It's Schultz with a hard tackle. I'm interested there, Pete, on the tactics. Stacey Schultz, I normally see her probably in the centre of the ground. She's playing just a little bit more forward tonight.
Yeah. Look, just coming back from a bit of injury. Yeah. So yeah, push deep forward, but. As always, cannot help herself from getting involved in the contest, so it's pushed down. No. And
she's a beauty, no doubt about that. As that ball goes close to the boundary line. Yeah, I noticed when Glenorchy were visiting Lauderdale, I think there was a sigh of relief when they looked at the team sheet. There were a couple of big outs.
Yes, there were. But, you know, that's football.
Absolutely.
And,
you go with what you got, mate.
Week in, week out, you just show up and do your best. So, yeah, no, very good.
Okay, so that was Ava Reid, and I think inadvertently got a trip there. I don't think that was on purpose at all. But I guess the umpire saw from the distance that as she picked the ball up, she was impeded, as we see here on the replay. She did a great job to pick it up. Just got legs caught up, accident. But it is now going to be a kick on goal for Ava Reid. Reid comes in. The drop punt looks pretty good. And that is the second goal for the visiting team from the Eastern Shore. That sees them go on to 2 goals, 1-13. Glenorchy 1 goal straight, 6.
Normally I'd say umpire's goal, but given it was former or current player life member Nyetta Leach making the decision, I'll just say, look, umpire's call, that one, so umpire's call.
I also did say, mate, beforehand, before you joined us, it's wonderful for the occasion that the other 4 life members were able to be here for Bree's 100th game.
Yeah, look, and I think I mentioned upstairs as well, that's the quality of the exclusiveness of this club. You know, they just understand what it takes to get to this point, and the special breed of person that can be that resilient and that strong and loyal to a club for that many games. So, yeah, no, very, very great to see them.
And just on that, I think Duff and I were talking a little bit off, so the requirement is 100 games?
Yeah, so 100 games in the female space, 150 in the men's space.
We were wondering that. We thought that it'd have to be different given there's not as many opportunities to play for the girls.
No, correct. Shorter seasons, not as many games. No, so
fantastic.
Balances out.
Very, very well done. Okay, so the umpire throws that one up. Going up into the ruck, can't bring it out, but nice work there by Owen. Good tackle, fierce play here, just holding that one up a little bit as it was Richard for Clarence, and again, another ball up. Fazakli up and against Owen. Those two have had a really good contest. Fazakli's probably more gone the tap and then sort of dropped off more a kick behind the ball, where Owen has probably been the traditional, going all around the ground. So 2 different roles there. Just got to be careful that they don't kick it to behind players. Schultz has come up a little bit here, so here is a chance. It comes to Amanda Silver, one of the 2 Silvers out there. And again, it's almost inside their 50. She's a very creative forward, is Amanda Silver. If they can get it to a little bit of space with her, she's very creative. Almost gets that one, was Yaron. Another big, strong tackle by Kay. This is better from the Magpies. If they can just keep it in, it's clicking down, I think, towards the siren. I think normally it'd be about an 18-minute quarters, Pete.
I think the timekeeper has definitely got a sense of occasion.
Maybe the old siren might go as soon as Glenorchy get that second goal. I think they've decided
that's
maybe the siren. There is the siren indeed. They must have Duff TV on up there, I would have thought.
Forgot to start the timer, I reckon, or the battery in the watch is just a little faded. So yeah, but look, really good quarter of football though.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a good. Sorry, Peter. No, really good quarter of footy.
Yes. No, indeed. As you said, that second goal from Clarence, just bit of luck there, and even the first goal. So they probably pressed a bit harder, looked a bit more experienced around the ground, probably a bit more attack and intensity on the footy. But Glenorchy weathered the storm pretty well and showed some good patches of play and good ball movement as well.
Oh, so. They certainly did. They absolutely did. I liked what they were doing. I actually liked across their half-back line. They were repelling that, those strong tackles, and they made it really hard for Clarence. There wasn't any really free-flowing scoring opportunities. Like you said, that was to good credit by Clarence to get those goals. Don't worry about that. But they were slightly scrappy because of the way the defenders sort of locked down, and all of a sudden, even in those last few minutes, Glenorchy offensively really looked that quite dangerous. So a great game on hand, and it is quarter time here at KG5 Park. We're going to take our first break. We hope that you are enjoying this game here. It's the SFLW game of the round. It is Glenorchy versus Clarence at KG5 Park. We'll be back very shortly.
She's got a broken hand. How can you be playing with a broken hand, Andrew?
Well, she's tough. And talking of tough, there is Schultz. She's another ripping player as she tries to knock it over. Good start here by the Magpies as it was Silver. And what about that one? That's Lenny Fine has put that one through for a great goal. As I'm waffling on, Duff, I could have missed one of the goals of the season. That was a cracker. As I know Jerry's just tapped me, said, Hoppy, have a look at this one on the... Taking that one was Del Perro, but just came off her chest. Good strong tackle. That's brilliant work there. It's one of the features of these young ladies, the tackling, Pete.
Lomé, that one, Lomé.
Very entertaining start to this game. Good skills on offer. Perfect conditions. As I was driving out here, you could just see the clouds just fluttering here. Beautiful night here for football out at KG5. Oh, luck's the fortune for the Roos there. It was Blackburn who rove that one and has put it through for Clarence's first goal, and that sees them move to 1-1-7. Glenorchy. But it is now going to be a kick on goal for Ava Reid. Reid comes in. The drop punt looks pretty good. And that is the second goal for the visiting team from the Eastern Shore. That sees them go on to 2 goals, 1-13. Glenorchy, 1 goal straight, 6.
Normally I'd say...
So welcome back to KG5. It is the SFLW round of the game. It is Glenorchy up against Clarence. I happened to go out and have a little listen to the coach of Glenorchy. Brooke Barwick was very measured, very pleased with the start of the game. Loved their intensity around the football and around the contest, and especially what she did say, Peter, was even in that last part of the game when the offence started to open up, she suggested to the girls to keep that pressure on them and things would go their way. She amplified the fact that they got their goals with a little bit of good fortune, and was very, very pleased indeed with the start. So more of that as far as Glenorchy were concerned. That is a second stoppage right in the centre of the ground. It is Fazakli who gets that tap out down to Webster. Yeah, that's a very good combination for Clarence that Glenorchy would pay well to keep a little bit of an eye on if they can. Do well with the pick up there. That's an errant handball that gives an opportunity, but backing back now, they've got really good numbers. There is it Lika who picks that one up.
Yes, Lika out to Lome. You're onto it, Hoppy. You're onto it.
Beautiful. Lika and Lome gets that. Oh, that's a pretty good pass there to Appleby. But it is Gemma Webster who's mopping up many possessions. It's a strong tackle, but without the ball. And it'll be a free kick.
You know that one. So, yeah. Again, just a little new to footy there. Webster, very experienced, didn't take control, didn't take possession of the footy, just knocked it out in front and earned the free kick very well. Nice pass over to Madison Hardy as well. So
yeah, it was. It was terrific intent to try and make that tackle, and backing back now. Again, as Lome gets that big long kick out there. It was Owen who again is having a terrific battle up against Fazakli. Erin Fazakli, who has been one of the preeminent rucks in this competition for a number of years.
Yeah, great battle indeed, and I've loved the way Owen has used the body, just
like that one.
Yeah, absolutely like that. Really, really smart for a player this is her first year of football.
Oh, really?
So never picked up the onion prior to this.
Okay.
So really picked it up well with that body work there. Up to Hallie Whitehead, who looks to switch now, but a great intercept there by Lika, and just a handball.
Yes, no doubt about that. And there is a nice one. It was Whitehead and Whitney. They team up nicely for the Roos. It's back towards the middle of the ground. It was Whitney on the ground. A bit of a bold shepherd picking up. That's a fantastic tackle, trying to break through. Now they're pushing further afield. I think it was Whitney who was overpowered. Gets it in towards Silver. Silver couldn't quite bring that one in. Normally pretty creative on that forward line. Here is Knowles, picks it up for the Roos. Barwick comes in with a really strong tackle. Those two are having a real ding-dong battle in the centre of the ground. It spills back out towards Clarence. Oh, they move it really well. I thought for a minute that was hitting the old mush, but well taken by Rachel Gill, and gets the handball up beautifully and creatively on towards Preshaw. But it's just those 1%ers that Glenorchy are doing, Pete, which I'm very impressed with. Lovely smother there. There is Reid. Long, towering kick. But it's a good spoil there by the Magpies.
Shakira Yellen. I think it's her uncle. Used to play for Carlton.
Chris Aaron.
Yeah, Chris Aaron. So some good football lineage there for sure.
Well, I was wondering about that. Number 13 for the Blues. He was very, very swift player. He went downhill once he left the Blues and went to Richmond. Under a bit of pressure here is Yaren, but she's good enough to shake her way out of that one. Barwick goes for the ball, just goes through, but she goes back to get it in. She is really trying hard. That's another good effort to handball that one out towards Sutcliffe. Someone tapped, I think it was. Well done. Gee whiz, that was desperate stakes there, and just touched through for the minor score, which sees Clarence 2-2-14, Glenorchy 1 goal straight. Yeah,
Rihanna Davis, the consummate fullback there, just got enough on the replay there to create a point. So very good, nice kick out there, finds a bit of space. Oh, just a little bit too far over the boundary. So unfortunate there, but good hit up, good spread, and good use of the
doing here, Peter? The umpire.
No. Called back. Mark. Well, there you go.
See one on the old replay. Let's have a squiz of that one, Jerry, if we can bring that up in just a few moments. It doesn't matter. I'll just fascinate. Oh, they're talking of marks. What about that cracker of a mark?
Great grab there by Lome.
Lome goes back now. Good looking kick too. Good penetration. But unfortunately, set up nicely behind the ball there is Clarence. And that's probably been just a little bit of the difference at the moment. They're playing that one loose behind there. Yeah, working really hard, aren't they?
Yep, they sure are. But Glenorchy's defence is working really hard as well. So probably a bit of a battle of the back lines just at the moment.
Yeah, the majority of it, Pete, is being played between half backs, isn't it?
Yeah.
At this stage, as Fazakli gets another nice tap out. Webster picks it up. And again, umpire coming in here. It'll be, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That she's taken the mark.
Absolutely.
Oh, goodness gracious. You'd have to have a chat to her.
Yeah, don't give the ball up.
You can't be giving the ball up that easily.
Do not give the ball up that easily. No, no, no.
I reckon the Clarence player might have said, I reckon that was out.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is. Clarence going forward. Good spell there by the Magpies. Sutcliffe going back.
Good.
Go on the wrong side of the boot. They took a little chip. It just lands inside, so it play on. Well done by her.
Great kick for touch.
It is a little bit like that, isn't it? They're trying to fight over that one.
Yeah.
Good tap out. I think that was Owen, then born by Sutcliffe again. So all of a sudden that was deep into the attacking area, and it's now gone into the forward 50 of the Magpies. But Fazakli, again, Pete, just playing that kick behind the ball.
Yeah, experienced the traditional ruckman kick behind the ball there. So, yeah, really well done.
Fazakli.
Nice use of the footy there too.
It was, indeed. It's Whitney goes back inside. Dangerous play if Glenorchy can pick this one up, and they do so. So bursting through is Lome. Big inside 50. The race is on. Let's see who can run the fastest. Short for Glenorchy. Just overran the ball, unfortunately, as Silver came in to back it up. They need just a little bit more support down there on the forward line. So they got it down there then, Pete, but just couldn't quite hold it in. That's a lovely mark from the Magpies.
Turnover, yep.
So it's going to come back in with interest. Matilda Kay. I like that centering one. Comes to Schultz. We know Schultz. Don't go back, Stacey. Keep going forward.
Play on.
Here she goes. She goes the shorter kick.
Yep.
I just thought for a minute Schultz plays on there. She can actually drive that ball. She's one of the very few female footballers, Peter, can kick it at least 40 to 45 metres. She's a ripping kick as it does come inside the forward line now. Over on that one. Can't quite get the kick. Comes to Silver. She's held a long time in this one. Again, picked up by Line,
yep.
but can't quite get the kick out. Just needed that little bit of extra support. Glenorchy players are coming in now. They got the numbers. Appleby gets the kick. Blocked by Webster. Appleby goes back in to get it again. Well played by her to Davis, the co-captain. Right towards the boundary line. Oh, brilliant below her knees is Webster. She's been tackled as it goes close towards the boundary line. I think it's Reid who then comes out. Fighting hard for the ball is Davis, and not before the umpire comes in and will be a ball up, because today's coverage is brought to us by Water Industry Solutions. And the thing about, of course, water industry is there's no job too small. Of course, they do love the big jobs. Don't worry about that. But, of course, they'll look after anything at all.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Quality workmanship too, they assure me.
Oh, well, and I understand that the Water Industry Solutions, they not only have their base in Tasmania, but of course their tentacles reach far and wide right throughout the world, Peter.
Look there, I have seen a photo of the Water Industry Solutions Tonga office sign.
Yes.
So, maybe they certainly do.
I understand you're visiting the office shortly.
Yeah. Fortunate enough to head back over there and do some work with another village, putting in a pump that we just sent over. So
brilliant.
Yeah, be a really special occasion, that's for sure.
All right, so it is the football going on here as Clarence got those 2 goals in the first. They haven't been able to get any, either have Glenorchy. That said, when it's low scoring, sometimes it can be a boring affair, but this has been very entertaining. I've very much enjoyed it so far. As the umpire said, that one was kicked off, and Barwick has been rewarded. She's finally got off the leash. She's been battling absolutely brilliantly, and that's leading from example. Gets it out towards Appleby. Appleby now further down that line. Lome tries to come in and take it. Good strong tackle, Erin Fazakli, but it is over the line, and it will be a ball up, and it's on the forward of centre favouring the Glenorchy end. In comes that ball up. Owen goes in the ruck against Fazakali. Barwick running very hard towards Del Perro. Good contest in there. Wonderful work. And I've just noticed they've suddenly put the clamps on Webster a little bit now, Pete.
Yeah, look, she was very, very good early. Just probably winning as much as the ball they're in their own right now, Glenorchy.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
That sort of helped that a little bit. But I'll tell you what.
Here is a chance. That is Silver trying to get her hands on the footy. Now she's getting support. Comes in there from Lime, but it is a boundary throw in. That was a little bit more promising from the Magpies.
Yeah, good forward entry there, and hopefully they can work hard to keep the ball in here and create a scoring opportunity. So,
okay,
Owen.
It is
good.
Owen. Quick snap out of goal. It's been a mark. Well, here is an opportunity, Pete.
Yes, yeah. Again, Hayley Short, very new to football, but turned up at pre-season and has worked really hard through the year, and this would be great reward for effort if she was to manage to slot this through.
Oh, she looks very excited about it, getting just a little bit of advice there, and yeah. So Hayley Short goes hard and low. It had the accuracy there, Pete,
hit
but
the post.
just hit the post, just off the hands there, and but great signs to see that young lady, Hayley Short, take that mark. Well done by her. It sees Glenorchy 1-1-7 to Clarence 2-2-14.
Playing in front.
That's what you've got to do.
As a forward, play in front.
So we've got 11 minutes gone. Well played by Barwick. Gets a long handball further afield looking for Davis. This is better by the Magpies as they're teaming up well nicely. Sutcliffe goes hard towards the ball. It's come out a little bit free here. Here's an opportunity for them. It's for Zachary fighting hard to keep that one in. And it will be a ball up. Owen.
Great tap.
It was a very, very nice tap. What's happened here? Holding the ball. Madison Hardy takes that free kick. Gets it further afield. Challenging ball with that centre.
Oh, great
there
step.
Is Line, I think that one comes in. Arne, that one, was it? Arne. But now it is Clarence. That's a lovely long kick. Good spoil there. Fighting hard for the ball. Brilliantly well there by Lee. Smother back in towards the wing position. Through the legs there, but it comes towards Blackburn. Blackburn goes for the left foot. There is Ava Reid. Reid picks it up. She takes a quick bounce. She's going to go again. She's streaking towards the goal. She goes the third bounce. Normally a pretty good sort of kick, and that is a very, very nice goal. And there you can see, the skills of someone that has played football from a very young age, Pete.
Yeah, absolutely. Just read the ball a little better on the bounce there. Young Yaz just overcommitted a little bit, and turned her inside out, and then 3 bounces and a great finish for a goal. So, yeah, great effort there, well played.
She had a good sense of when she's looking around of what was going on. And I like the way when she got deep in towards the goal, she just squared the shoulders, didn't panic, and then steered that one through very, very nicely. So a lovely goal there by Ava Reid. And that's just given a little bit of distance, bit of breathing space there for the Roos as they've moved on to 3-2-20. Glenorchy 1-1-7. They had that goal scoring opportunity just a few minutes ago, but didn't quite put it through. I think there was Hayley Short, the umpire. What's happened here?
Just a centre square warning, 666 warning.
Yep, so don't mind.
Great tap.
That was a fantastic tap. Lame gets it out, but it's just down that. That's Wagner now. I've got an idea, young Ella Wagner, isn't she a young lady from out in the northern suburbs, Pete?
She might have played the odd game with Glenorchy. Glenorchy Premiership player.
That's what I thought. She just decided to get the overcoat off and decide to go to warmer climates over on the eastern shore, Pete.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. That's what it was. You can't argue with the eastern shore climate, that's for sure.
Well, what a brilliant tackle there by Barwick. Yeah, Lomi, she's really coming into the game, Pete, isn't she? She's getting a lot of the footy. Here is Silver. Now she can kick a goal. Gets it back in. Brilliant play by the Magpies. And Devine has taken the mark, and she's got an opportunity about 20 metres out, directly in front of the goal.
Yes, another one new to footy this year as well. So they're doing such a great job, and again playing in front.
Yep.
First rule of a forward: play in front. You give yourself every opportunity, and actually a sister of Mackie Sutcliffe as well, young Tanisha Devine.
Have a look at the kick there! Brilliant kick by Tanisha Devine. And the big crowd that have come out to watch here, and she is absolutely cock-a-hoot. Have a look at that. Oh, there's kicksters all around. I reckon if the old Fox goes out there at half-time, I might get one straight on the old bonds.
Yes, I tell you what, I did mention Mackie's sister, and she come down to celebrate with her, and she said, well, I'll just lay one on you, sis.
Oh, so, that's fantastic. Gee whiz, that was terrific kick for goal, Pete.
Oh, I tell you what, never looked in doubt, did she? Never looked like she's just new to footy. Went back, a couple of spins of the footy, straight approach, head down over the footy.
Beautiful.
Great.
Look
Great
at that.
technique, and bang, easy as you like.
And I tell you what, Peter Barwick, that's one of the hardest shots on goal, because there's an expectation that you should kick those ones, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, there is.
You can kick the flukes from the boundary line, but you've got to go back as a forward, and that was brilliant.
Yeah, look, as a good Carlton man like yourself would have seen McGovern go back, paid a lot more money than Tanisha, and he hasn't gone anywhere near the journey. So, so great effort by young Tanisha there. Really, really great.
Yes, we're still trying to get over that one. But anyway, it is back to this game, and it is certainly alive with Glenorchy 2-1-13. Trailing Clarence 3-2-20. But here is a chance for Clarence. They're under enormous pressure as Del Perro just goes that scrappy old kick, looking out there towards Hardy. Hardy's under a bit of pressure from Yarran. Oh, they are really pushing up on the Clarence girls. They're giving them no time and space at all, but it's just that behind the ball, but it comes out towards Appleby. Coming in hard. Good tackle on the ball. Trying to force their way out. And the umpires had to call for that one.
Yes, young Chelsea Ruston as well, another player that has played a few games before from up north, actually. So moved down for work, and good handball out there, out to Linne.
Well, she's done a good job, Chelsea Ruston. I just noticed too, I had her down as number 7, but she is playing in number 12. So she's had a great game so far. Kicks it down. Okay, he's right underneath. That one's taken a little bit too high here, and that tight tackle was a little bit too tight there. And Barwick just pushes off her opponent and gets it towards Schultz. Schultz can probably come round now. She's again gone for that shorter option. It's just gone over a little bit too far for Sutcliffe, and it'll be a ball up. The idea was right to centre the ball there, but I have to say I'm a bit old-fashioned, Peter, but if it gets into the hands of Schultz, I'd like to see her wheel around Charlie Curnow style and kick long, just like that big kick. Oh, it's coming back. There is a chance for the Magpies if they can get it onto their hands. Oh, that's kicked. It's just through for a point. For a minute there, I thought that was going to be a goal to Leme, but she couldn't quite get it through.
It would have been goal number 2 and a great goal too, but they've certainly lifted Glenorchy here at the moment. Certainly lifted.
Oh, here they go. Schultz needs to get a wriggle on. Now she's gone the long roost, looking for a mark for Silver. It comes over the back, getting deep into this second quarter. Strong tackle there by Hardy for the Roos, and good defensive work by the Roos have saved the day. That sees them go into half-time. Clarence 3-2-20 to Glenorchy 2-2-14, and that was very exciting passage of play. Not high scoring, Pete, but I tell you what, it is very, very entertaining and very exciting footy.
Yeah, great contest so far. Look, Clarence probably took control early, but late in the quarter, some great play by Glenorchy. I like the controlled ball movement as well. I know Coach Brieanna had spoken a little bit about that before the game, so that was really good to see them go out there and execute that. And again, some of the girls new to footy, like Hayley and Tanisha there presenting in front, and doing really well. And then obviously the class of the Clarence players from time to time just shows out as well. So no, really, really exciting and good game so far.
Yeah, well, very impressive. I mean, to start with, Webster was fantastic. Del Perro, for Zackley, They were doing such a good job. They were behind the ball. They were repelling every single attack that they could do. But Glenorchy really worked their way back into it. So we were most impressed by that performance. So again, at the half-time here, it is Glenorchy 2-2-14 to Clarence 3-2-20. But as we said, it has been a very big event so far, because 100 goals have been scored by 100 games have been played by Brieanna Barwick. Now, not only has Brieanna had such a wonderful career at Glenorchy, but I believe she has a sister, young Brooke Barwick, who has been recruited into the Major League, and I think I can see her face adoring beside us there, Pete. And Brooke, can you hear us?
I sure can. Hey guys, how are you?
We're going, but you might recognise the face just beside me here, your dear old dad. You must be very excited to be watching this game on behalf of your sister, knowing that you've seen the majority of her games and know what it means to her and to your family.
Yeah, so excited. I think she's worked so hard for this moment, and she's such a resilient woman, and, you know, growing up with her and being by her side for all her achievements, it means the world to not only me but my family. So I'm really happy to watch her play and play so well.
That's fantastic. So you have been influenced by her, or what sort of a sister was she for you? She's the sort of person that guided you, or was she one of those ones that hid the footy, didn't give you a kick, and you had the belt the living suitcase out of it to get a grab?
No, she absolutely guided me. I say to her that I would not be in this position that I'm in today without her. Like, she put her foot forward into Tassie football, and I followed her footsteps. And yeah, if she didn't make that choice, then I probably wouldn't be down this route that I am at the moment. So yeah, she's done so well. She supported me, and yeah, she's a great sister to have, and I'm so super lucky.
Now, let's just talk about the little bit of journey that you are on. It must have been very, very exciting at draft night when you're sitting there and at the very lofty pick at number 4, when all of a sudden the name Barwick came up. Can you just tell me a little bit about that feeling that you had when all the dreams and aspirations finally became that realisation?
Yeah, it's really hard to describe. I think I just wasn't expecting to go that high. I think I was just enjoying my footy, and especially my story is so much different to everyone else that got drafted, having an injury. So to be able to go that high and my name being called out, I think it was a dream come true, and it just shows that hard work does pay off, and if you put your mind to it, you really can achieve anything.
Okay, so here it is. I'm just a wise old fella now, so it's brilliant that you've got there, but now the hard work begins. How has the pre-season been going so far?
Yeah, it's very hard. I mean, pre-season is what it sounds like. You've got to put the work in, and you've got to be physically strong and mentally strong as well. So it's been an absolute challenge and a ride, but I think we're at the pointy end of it, and we're really achieving some good things as a team. So I'm so excited.
So you've gone to the Bulldogs, and tell me a little bit about how they've been in accepting you into the fold.
Yeah, I think I'm super lucky being picked up by the Bulldogs. I think we're a very new team at the moment. We've got about 12 girls that are new. So we've all kind of forced to be family and be connected with each other. So I don't think I could have fit into a better club and a better team, and we're striving for the best, and that's the best way to go. So I'm very lucky to be with them.
It's a very exciting thing to be part of professional footy, and it's wonderful now that in the female space there's been some great recognition, and not only recognition, also financially, that hopefully you can get a little bit more money so you can really concentrate on what you're doing to be fully professional. How are you finding then the competitive nature in and amongst the group? So in one way, you're joining all these new teammates, which are kind of your friends, if you like. But the reality is that girl that you're standing next to, getting ready for a bit of circle work, is the one that you're trying to get her position. Is it a little bit of a mixed emotion in relation to that?
Well, I guess so. But in saying that, I think we're all there for each other, and we're not really, we're not playing selfishly. Like if and my teammates get a position before me, I'm nothing but happy for her, and she's done the work and we're both working as hard. It's just whatever the team needs on that occasion or who we're versing. So I think, like it's good to have that competition with them, but at the end of the day, it's whatever's best for the team and what the staff need on that game.
Now, Brooke, I have a young son, Henry, who's 28, and he professionally works for the Suns, and he's in charge of the female program up there. So I understand that the Bulldogs might be going up there for a game against the Suns. And he was telling me about this other young lady that he has under his tutelage, and her name's Elise Barwick. Now, tell me a little bit about that. If all of a sudden it is Barwick v. Barwick, how would that go?
Yeah, I think it would be an absolute aggressive fight. I think we're both very competitive people, and I think we'd just be trying to do the best for our team. So it would be really amazing to play against her. I think I haven't played against her for many of years now, so it'll be awesome to be on the same field as her, but I think we'll both be fighting for the footy just as much as each other. With
a surname Barwick, I put it to you, you'll be fighting and you'd be as hard as a cat's head. I don't know, Pete, that I'm allowed to say she's a very attractive young lady. I hope that's not sexist at all, because that's just the way it is. You're a fine, strapping-looking young lady, as fit as a trout. And but the reality is, in professional sport, it's really tough. I just want to say congratulations to you so far. It is just the entree into the caper, and now the hard work begins. I would suggest that the president of the Glenorchy Football Club and your dear old dad, is there anything you'd like to add to this?
Well, it's lovely to see you, Brooke, actually. That's probably the first thing. But, look, I know how hard both Brieanna and Brooke have worked, and Elise. Look, she left the state and went over and plied a trade in South Australia because there was limited opportunities here. And I think that's the thing. It's so exciting for Tasmanian football now that, in the next couple of years we have a VFL and VFLW, and then AFL and AFLW. So, Brooke and I aren't having a conversation via social media or via the telephone or whatever. We're actually having a conversation at home because young male and females don't have to leave the state. So I think that really is important and shouldn't be underestimated. And you see, as I mentioned, some great young talent out here at the footy tonight, and what we should hope that this will inspire amazing young athletes to come through and be the best version of themselves, as Brooke always says, and knowing that they can do that now in their own state, wearing their own jumper, and it's an amazing sort of opportunity. So these brave young girls that have gone before and are pioneers and making waves in the AFLW, they now have a choice whether they do that on the mainland or they do it here in their home state. So fantastic opportunity, I think, and what these girls have done to create this, and what the great young men players have done to create this is well overdue, and we're all really, really excited about it. So,
well, I guess, Brooke, the old saying is you can't be what you can't see, and you must be thrilled and or inspired when you're watching the Olympic Games at the moment and seeing the amazing representation from the young ladies representing our country, winning so many gold medals.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think the hard work that you put in is what you're going to get out, and I think it's really inspiring to see the Olympics do that, and especially the women coming home with gold. So it just shows the world what we're capable of, and it's so exciting in every single sport seeing women do well.
Well, Brooke, thank you so very, very much for joining us. We'd love to talk all the time, but we've got to go and see a bit more of the game and with your sisters playing in. So all the best for you in your pre-season. We really look forward to you making your debut for the Bulldogs in this season. And
I do have one final question. Given that we might be going to the game on Sunday between the Hawks and the Blues. Now I know I know that your mother is a Hawk supporter, and there's many in the family, like your Uncle Garry and cousins and all that. So here it is, Sunday, Hawthorn or Carlton.
Well, we all know the answer to that. It's obviously Carlton. So.
Hey.
Well done, Brooke. Thanks so much for taking the time, and all the best.
No, thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Awatu, Brooke.
Awatu.
There we go. Obviously, Brooke's done a bit of work in the office in Tonga.
A bit of Tongan, yeah, a bit of Tongan. Bit of Tongan office there, for sure.
Well, the ladies are back out onto the ground, which is fantastic. So we're really looking forward to the second quarter. It is Glenorchy 2-2-14, Clarence 3-20. I'm just getting a message through from Jerry saying we might potentially have that one little break before we get starting into the coverage. So we're going to have that quick break before we come back with the game in the third quarter very shortly. So we're back here at KG5 Park for SFLW football. Division 1, it is a Glenorchy 2-2-14, trailing Clarence, excuse me, 3-2-20. Ball gets knocked out of the centre. Oh, this is a very bright and breezy start as Preshaw picks the ball up for the Roos, gets it down towards Webster, back out towards the very dangerous Reed, and she is very effective and, dare I say, clinical. Anywhere she gets near the goal. I believe her nickname is the Surgeon, because she is very impressive the way she just, like a scalpel, just carved up the Glenorchy defence there, Pete. And this is concerns for the Magpies early in the third quarter, the way they moved that ball. This is the first time, it was just that errant drop ball there, that Clarence have had a quick ball into their 50, and if it wasn't for that mark, actually, it would have been okay, but that's the danger, isn't it?
Yeah,
getting that quick movement.
Absolutely, yep.
So a lovely kick there by Ava Reid. That's her third goal for the day. She's kicked 3 and Blackburn has kicked 1. Yeah, if we see on replay, unfortunately, just that spoilt mark cost that goal, but terrific play there by the Roos. But here come the Magpie. Schultz picks it up, tries to get that quick kick in now, can't do so. Showing a clean pair of heels, just overrunning it there. Schultz is just backing it up, as we know, just coming back from injury, doing a good job to be out there. Lovely spoil there by the Magpies. Coming back again is Preshaw. She goes further afield, looking for Webster, just kicking that one off the ground. It's almost as if the tempo has picked up just a little. Gill then picks it up. Gill playing a good game around that half-forward line. Back out towards Reid. I'd get a tight lead on Reid if I were to say another one, because, again, anywhere near those goals, she has put that one through. Any positional changes here, Supercoach Barwick? I think someone's got to get to Reid, yes, and be right on her.
Yeah, so I think we might have to sacrifice Mackie Sutcliffe for 5 minutes, I think, and just go and shut Reid down, because if you allow her to continue to get ball out the back like this, it could be turned very ugly very quickly. So she certainly knows where it is. Good awareness too. Just has that little bit of look behind her. Knows that she's got just time to steady and straighten and put that through. So yeah, really good play there, and certainly 2 goals in quick succession. You need to shut that down.
Yeah, very much so, and it's a bit of a shame in a way that they were right in this game for such long periods, sort of dour defence and expressive forward play, to just with that 2 minutes, 2 goals, and that's what can happen in this great game as Schultz picks it up, tries to get a handball further afield, just gets the quick kick. It's almost as if the gears have gone up a little bit here by the Roos, but Glenorchy are really trying to hang tough as they get the ball inside their 50, hanging on to this one, and it will be a ball up as Kay passes the ball back to the umpire. Good throw up. Owen gets the tap out. Again, good contest here as Webster tries to barge way through. I'm never going to get through Schultz. I can tell you that as a fact, because when I coached her, I tried to tackle a Pete and I came off second best. That's for sure. Yeah,
very strong body Schultz, and very aggressive. So
certainly is. Terrific player. Clarence again going forward, but timely mark taken there.
I'm not sure.
Sutcliffe.
Not sure if that move has been made. Sutcliffe over to Reed. So
that's what you'd do.
Oh well, that's
someone's got to go.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Looks like
no matter who it is. There is Lome, been really good cross half back.
Yeah, no, really again stepped up Lome. She's
By the way, she just, excuse me, she gets her eyes transfixed on the footy and goes in straight lines.
Yeah.
No deviation at all.
No.
Great.
No. And again, someone that has only ever played 4 or 5 games of footy before as well. So, really credit to her.
So the young ladies that have come across, Pete, from Tonga, what is their future within the state?
Due to sort of visa arrangements, they'll have to head back to Tonga shortly.
Yep.
But they have the Pacific Nations Cup in Maroochydore in Queensland very soon.
Oh, there is a very strong tackle. But I think that's tackle. A Glenorchy kick, I think.
Sling tackle, I think. So, I'll continue after this here. She has a...
Is that Leme's going to have a kick like here?
Yep. Now, she has been...
yeah, you can see that was definitely a sling.
Yep.
So she's gone a fair way back here.
Gone well back. I think she's got on YouTube and looked at Ben Brown.
Yeah,
so,
have a look at this. Just getting some momentum up. Here she comes. See what, that's almost 50 just quietly. The young lady. Oh, there's a strong mark by Schultz.
Yeah.
And Schultz will go back from directly in front.
Yep.
Right on the line. And I'll tell you what, though, Erin Fazakli is going to make it hard for her. She's going to stretch up her imposing body size as Schultz has actually missed that one from a metre out. That's disappointing.
I think she's just taken a little easy there. It can happen. So
anyway.
Yeah.
So where were we? Yeah, the girls are going to play up on Maroochydore in the Pacific Cup.
Yeah, Pacific Nations Cup. So it runs from the 16th to the 24th of November up in Maroochydore. So all of the Pacific Nations will head on over, and it'll be a fantastic tournament. And the girls will be heading up to that, and we're hoping that the Glenorchy girls will have their end-of-season trip up there as well.
Oh, brilliant.
And might play an international test match between Tonga and Glenorchy. So national anthem, the whole lot. So it'll be a fantastic time.
Gee whiz, there's lots of great things planned as Amanda Silva has taken a really nice mark. A bit too far out. She'll look for maybe the strength of Schultz to take another telling mark. She's in there. She goes up. She was from behind that one. Barwick comes in to assist. We need the front and centre crummers. Barwick's trying hard, but this time beaten to the ball by the Roos, who clear that one. And an opportunity has gone, but here she is again, taking a cracker of a mark. That is Like now. Goes the barrel. Lovely kick.
Lovely barrel pass.
Yep, found Sutcliffe.
the Peter Hudson special.
Give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
There's another big, long, raking kick going to the packs. Schultz goes up. Can't bring that one down. And it's going to be a ball up inside the 50 this time for Glenorchy.
Lots and lots of numbers around the football.
Yes. What do we call that? The flood, I just saying we're keen to get hold of the onion.
Yes, yes. I'd say the the defenders have pushed pretty high and the forwards have come with them. So
I don't mind that from Glenorchy. I think that's a really good offensive manoeuvre there by Coach Barwick. Bring them all up and just lock that ball in.
Tight contested footy.
That's the way they like it. Well, it worked a few minutes ago. Unfortunately, the kick wasn't the greatest by Schultz, but a terrific mark by her. And we have an opportunity here for Glenorchy as they're just taking their time. I reckon this will be right on the distance here, Pete.
Yes, I think she'll take a big kick from here. But yeah, she's gone back and given herself every opportunity.
Going
just
long towards the square. They go up just for a minute. I thought Lome might have brought that one down. They're fighting Howard as Schultz. Strong tackle. You're not going to get out of there as the umpire quickly races in and will ball that up with 8 minutes 45 gone. Good tap out. Trying to find some space. Trying to tackle that one. Here is Wagner. Picks it up. Kicks it out towards the open spaces. Here is Reid. Falls over. Does well to create some space and knock it back inboard again. Reid showing great confidence to go on both sides of the body. Glenorchy under a little bit of pressure as now all of a sudden the ball has come out. And it is a strong tackle being applied there by Yaron. And again, it's going to be a ball up on this wing position. 2 goals, 3-15 Glenorchy. Clarence 5-2, 32. A couple of goals in the first 2 minutes of the play. We thought all of a sudden this could get quite ugly, and Glenorchy have just surged and unfortunately missed one potentially that they might have got. But that one has gone now as Harris picks that one up. Long raking kick as that one's gone end over end and out of bounds. So as we can see here, Pete, Glenorchy 5 inside 50s to Clarence 3 in this third quarter.
Yeah, and again that missed opportunity there with that easy set shot on goal. You just got to get return for effort, and that can hurt you, and especially against a quality side like Clarence. If you don't put scoreboard pressure on, they'll make you pay every time. So, but they're holding up well. They've just got to make sure that they can convert from every opportunity they get.
So it was Silva decided not to bend down and just kick it as far as she can, but it only goes as far as Del Perro goes over the back. Here is Leaker goes back out, and these young ladies are really going nicely, Pete.
Yeah, good ball judgment there. Just judged it better than the others. Move forward, attack the footy, and then Linnae presents as well. So,
Fazakli picks it up, and she just gets boot to ball for Hardy to mark it. Hardy, direct kick straight down towards that forward zone. Why wouldn't you go quickly to Reid? She's been so dangerous as she is at the ball again. Taken a little bit too high, I think there was Leaker, and it's going to be a free kick. She has been such a good player, Pete.
A real rock back there. Yeah, attacks the footy, makes the footy her object, and runs in straight lines as well. So that's so good. Yeah, good use of the body there again.
Lone. Yep. She gets her foot to it, fortunately, as Barwick backs up. Brilliant work by her. Only goes down as far as Richard. She's tackled now by, Silva. Further afield, running out is Linnae. She's a long kick. Oh, this has got some potential. Magpies moving nicely. It's more onto that wing position. I love when I look to that outer side there, Pete. It almost looks like you're in the Sahara Desert. You've got your flax just sort of going out there. Just a couple of palm trees, and I think, and maybe a few frothies underneath the umbrella. What do you reckon?
Look, back in the day, it used to be a spot where the green machine would stand. Yeah, they'd get themselves a carton of green ale or two, a fire pot, and you always played well in the last quarter on the wing on that side, because back in the club room they'd throw you a crayfish or a pineapple. So yeah, really, really important to play well in the last quarter out on the green machine wing. I can tell you that.
Oh, I love to hear stories like that. The umpire just making sure that the players are on the right mark. Oh, that's a good kick towards the leading Barwick. I thought for a minute it might have gone a little bit too high, but she knew exactly what she was about. And Bree Barwick comes out and takes a nice mark.
It just dropped into the space there and no one really went with her. So, yep, took it at full stretch.
She knows she's right on the limit, so she drives it long. She's looking for Schultz, and Schultz has gone up and taken the mark. So she'll go back now, Pete. Let's hope she's learnt from the last one, the old girl. She's, what are we looking about, 15 metres out. The good thing about this one, though, she'll have to kick through this one a bit.
Yes, yeah.
I think the last one, it is quite interesting, though, a metre out before, and she really steered it. This time she does go back, and she puts it through. Well done, Stacey Schultz. Takes a bit of nerve to go back.
Yes.
She probably was feeling that a little bit one, so she did a really, really good job. And tell you what, it's got Glenorchy 3-3-21 to Clarence 5-2-32. That has really tightened the screws. I would have thought the Clarence coaching staff and the girls representing Clarence and doing such a great job. After that really bright start, Pete, with 2 goals in 2 minutes, thought, here we go, we've got them now. And they've just clawed their way back, Glenorchy.
Yeah, look, again, credit to their tenacity and resilience, and if, again, probably had, a bit more of the play in the last 2 or 3 minutes. So let's hope they can continue that. And yeah, it's a really tight contest here at the moment. So yeah, great entertaining football.
It is entertaining footy here at KG5 Park. That we hope that you are enjoying the coverage. It is the game of the round. It is Division 1 footy. Here is Schultz again, goes on that left foot. It's a very dab hand on both sides of the body. You can see here she's got it getting up into a canter now. She wants, and she's hunting that football down. That comes out on towards the wing as Preshaw goes the ball. She slips over but gets a very effective handball out. Just tracking back there is Hardy. Goes a bit of a don't argue and got the player a little bit too high. And the umpire, is that the way it's gone here, Pete? I'm a bit confused.
I don't know. I think he's paid it to Hardy. I thought it might have been.
Oh, I thought it was the other way. Yeah. But anyway.
Oh yeah, just above the shoulder with the first attempt at the tackle there.
He's right on the job there, and it is Clarence take that free kick.
Yeah.
Getting it down. Glenorchy pick it up. Great handball to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe's moves on there, teaming up nicely. Silver's in front. Did well to push away back and create a good contest on that one. Schultz comes out, trying to tackle 2 and 3 like in every contest. You can see now she's starting to hunt the ball, Pete, and coming further up the ground as Sutcliffe and Schultz apply that very strong tackle to Vanessa Del Perro.
Yes, nothing like a goal to get you up and about, that's for sure. So she's a good tap there by Owen, and Schultz goes in after again.
So good contest on the ball. It is Webster and Schultz on that wing position. Umpire coming in. Glenorchy are really staying in the hunt here at the moment. Good work by them as they get it over, and Richard for the Roos has taken that mark. Richard just looking her out, seeing her options, whether she looks laterally, and decided that she'll come down the line as nothing is on. And wow, Glenorchy certainly do have some numbers here, and Sutcliffe's doing a good job. I tell you what Glenorchy have done, Pete, is where Fazackley had been dropping off the ball and being quite influential, she's really been taken out of the game. I think the rucks are playing a much better role, but here is a good tackle, but pick up now is Preshaw showing some good pace. This is where they've got to be careful. Well done here by Lene. She picks it up, gets it out, and a nice quick kick that goes on to Lika. Excuse me. Back to Lime. Clarence, though, trying to get some numbers around it, but it's that tackle.
Yeah, great.
Brilliant work by them as their arms go out, and you've really got to try and get that one out. In the old AFL parlours, quite often that one's a holding the ball.
Yes.
Given plenty of opportunity to get that ball out.
You can't drag it in and then just put your arms out. No, definitely not. But,
so it is into the last minute. Glenorchy really want to try and hold on as Knowles gets it to the bottom of the pack. Good tackle by Barwick, giving some of her own medicine, if you like. And Glenorchy, they're just being fantastic, quite stoic back there in defence as it comes out. Brilliant work by Danica Triffett for the Roos. There is for Zackley, just as I mentioned her, as I say, she's such a good player. Excuse me, you won't keep her out of the game all the time. Goes back in towards Del Perro again. It's a really close on contest. Here comes Noel. She's tackled, beset upon as soon as she picks it up. Good clean hands below her knees as Davis comes out and wraps that one up with only about 10 seconds left in this third quarter. Good tap out there by the Magpies. They went for the secondary tap. Oh, I hope the umpire's not playing that for a throw.
Dear,
that's unfortunate. We'll have a look at that one in replay. Maybe you won't be want to shut your eyes on that. Oh, she's played on. She's played on, and so it's going to be. No, she hasn't played on. Well, she went to play on, but the umpire said you have to go behind your mark. Anyway, what do I know, Pete? I'm only but a humble commentator.
As they say,
anyway,
it's easy for them up here.
Absolutely. So Webster, a fantastic player for the Roos. Well, that's a long kick, but I think it's going to come up a little bit too short, so it didn't matter at all. And it sees us come into three-quarter time, and it is Glenorchy 3-3-21, trailing the Roos 5-2-32. So it's Lena, Tanisha, Devine and Stacey Schultz all with goals for the Maggies. And Ava Reid with 4 goals, and also Gemma Blackburn with 1. So started very brightly for Clarence there, Pete, and they really worked their way in for it, the Magpies, and unfortunately were outscored 2-1, maybe 2-2, unfortunately, but that's all but gone. But this game is still there to be won.
Oh, look, very much alive still, and you know, I think the bottom end has been the scoring end so far. So you know, Glenorchy will be kicking to that end. So, and you know, I'm sure they'll be up and about for Breeze 100. So we never know. Very, very exciting last quarter coming up. That's for sure.
So what we can suggest to our very dear friends who are out there watching this one, go and get the kettle on, a quick cup of tea, and make sure that you're back in a few minutes ready for this last quarter in the Division 1 game of the round in the SFLW, which sees Clarence 5-2-32, Glenorchy 3-3-21. Here is our last break, and we'll be back very shortly. Yeah, Super Coach Barwick. I think someone's got to get kick.
Yeah. Sling tackle, I think. So, yeah, I'll continue after this here. She has a...
Is that Lemay's going to have a
looks
kick here?
Yep. Now, she has been...
yeah, you can see that was definitely a sling.
Yep.
So she's gone a fair way back here.
Gone well back. I think she's got on YouTube and looked at Ben Brown.
Yeah, so, have a look at this. Just getting some momentum up. Here she comes. See what, that's almost 50 just quietly, the young lady. Oh, there's a strong mark by Schultz.
Yeah. Or a pineapple. So yeah, really, really important to play well in the last quarter out on the green machine wing. I can tell you that.
Oh, I love to hear stories like that. The umpire just making sure that the players are on the right mark. Oh, that's a good kick towards the leading Barwick. I thought for a minute it might have gone a little bit too high, but she knew exactly what she was about. And Bree Barwick comes out and takes a nice mark.
It just dropped into the space there, and no one really went with her. So, yep, took it at full stretch.
She knows she's right on the limit. So.
Grab a jumper. Bring it in. Good. Nice and tight. Put it on in, guys. Girls, 18 minutes of effort. I need 18 minutes of work from you, Leka, from you, Tanisha. I need everybody to put each other on their back and say, let's go. Yep. Our time is now. It's only 2 goals the difference. That is absolutely a piece of piss, all right? We can get that within 2 kicks. But it's going to have to come down to work rate. It's going to have to come out down to putting shepherds on for one another and protecting one another to get the job done. I still need us to get that connecting kick. Every time we're getting a quick release, they're setting up really, really well behind the ball, so we need to shut that down. And that's only purely going to come down to beating your opponent. If we strip it all back to basics footy, just beat your opponent. Do not get beaten. Do not allow them to beat you. As simple as that. Let's just go to simple footy. If you can't do anything else, I bloody back every single one of you to beat your opponent. Get that ball rolling at every cost. Ball forward, ball getting that deep entry and then locking it down. Again, they're getting it out a little bit too easy in our forward line. So if we see that happening, we need to shut it down early. Okay, we need to lock it into our forward line and we must capitalise. Yep. All right, we've done such a fantastic effort for these 3 quarters. Do not let this get blown out now. All right,
let's go. Let's go.
Well, it was great to go into that inner sanctum and see the passion exude from every pore of Brieanna Barwick's skin, just imploring the girls to beat your opponent. That's all that's required, Pete. She says, you know, we've been in this game, just strip it back and just look after every single contest. And, you know, you and I spoke a few minutes ago about Jeansy when he sort of, it is contest by contest. You know, sometimes in modern football, when I hear, dare I say it, the drivel from the AFL with all of this stuff that they bring out, back systems and stuff, it is, isn't it? It strip it all back. It is one woman against another woman, and if you beat that one and get it to the next one, and the same thing applies, that's what it's about.
Yeah, look, it's doing what it takes for the team. You know, it's putting your body on the line. It's your desire to not be beaten. It's your desire to win that contest that makes the difference. And that instills belief in your teammates, and they grow, and, you know, they just see that you're prepared to do whatever it takes to win the ball. And that's, you know, that is traditional, old school, hard football, and that's you know, that's sometimes what it takes in tight contests like this. So
well, we've sort of found it, Pete. That's how they got back into the game, didn't they? The Magpies. They really did apply the pressure, and when they didn't do that, that's when Ava Reid was clever enough and brilliant enough to get off the leash and get those goals. And the same thing with Webster and Fazackley. They locked it down, made every single contest just like that a really hard-fought contest, and they know that Glenorchy are going to stand up and be in the face, and that's what it is all about. So we hope that you're enjoying the coverage here from KG5. It is Clarence in their traditional white and red strip up against the mighty Magpies in the black and the white. Goes out and Clarence go into attack. That was Morgan Whitney. Just couldn't quite pick that one up. And again, it'll be a ball up deep inside. When you see here, like Reid is on her own now, Pete, this is where someone needs to stand right next to her.
Yeah, I think Sutcliffe's on her. She just give her a bit of space, but obviously confident in Jess Owing winning the tap, which she did, and that allowed her to get the clearance there. So a good contest here now between Lome and Gemma Webster. Well, good hands under pressure. That's the way, just surging the ball forward, but returns now with interest from Clarence.
So it is Clarence as they pick that one up. It's an open goal, but it's just gone on to the near side and one behind is being scored. So Clarence get their draw first blood in this last quarter. They are 5-3-33, Glenorchy 3-3-21. Well, they know they have the capacity to score enough goals in this quarter, Glenorchy. And we also know that they've got the defensive capabilities because they've shown it throughout the game. It's just if they can come to the party in front of their home crowd here at KG5. Clarence doing everything that they can to stop the party out here at Glenorchy. As we said before, they are sitting third on the ladder. They are 7-5, just behind North Hobart, 8-5.
Yeah, this will be a telling ruck contest here between. Jess Owen wins that quite convincingly, which is handy.
She shows a lot of ability, young Jess Owen. Like you said, she's really I think, learnt a lot throughout this game, and she's obviously a good student of the game, because when Fazackley was jumping over the top, she went in really, really close to her and used her strength and body around it as Knowles gets that quick kick out. That was very effective play by the Kangaroos. And it's when they create that space, Pete, is when they look very, very dangerous. And they do there again, and a nice goal by the Roos.
Yeah, just good, clean hands and just that bit of outside run and receive, and a good finish there as well by, I think it was Madison Hardy. Again, another former Glenorchy player. So, yes, always a tough one to watch sometimes when you see that, but anyway.
Yeah, it was Madison Hardy. You can see there, she just got into there, and former Glenorchy player from a former Lauderdale player.
Yes.
All these young ladies are moving around the clubs, of course. It's in its infancy as the AFLW in the TSL and TFL, SFLW. And it's great to see the young ladies out here playing as, excuse me, is that Liani, I think, has taken a nice mark.
Yeah, Linnae. Yep.
Linnae, I apologise. Linnae gets it back down towards the wing. There is Celeste Knowles. Gets a strong tackle being applied to her. Glenorchy need to get that ball down inside their 50 and get it there quickly, as Kay is beset upon as she gets at that ball. They've got to roll the dice. Barwick gets it, and Knowles is right on top of her, and again the umpire comes in and will throw it aloft. 4 minutes gone. Good tap out, looks towards Barwick. Can't come up with the ball as Wagner does for Clarence. In and hard contest. Here is Reid. She always looks very creative when she gets hold of the ball, doesn't she? She looks like she's going to do something with it. Same with Harris. Harris drives that ball further afield. Running hard at it was Adams. Overruns it that particular time. Comes back inside. She does well, does Adams. Big, strong tackle, holding it in as Harris is there. And this sort of section of play, if it gets slowed down, will very much suit Clarence. Needs to be a bit of pace on the game for Glenorchy to get back into it. And I think Fazackley came over the top there, and that's the way the umpire has seen it as well. It's been a terrific contest. Some really good, bright prospects in the ruck that we're seeing go about their craft here tonight at KG5 as Wagner quickly gets that handball over towards Harris. Back inside. Glenorchy through the agency. I think that was my, excuse me, by Leaker. Yep. Back in towards the centre of the play. Appleby tries to get it. She's looking for somewhere to go. Good, strong tackle being applied there by Richard. And no prior opportunity, so the umpire is going to throw this one up. Good tap out by Fazackley. Schultz wrapped up in the tackle. And another ball up.
I've really loved watching this ruck contest. It's just been blow for blow, blow for blow.
It has, hasn't it? So Owen happens to win that one, and they get to the advantage of their players, and this is where they need some good clean ball, showing a good bit of pace. Silver going back in. Owen, Devine down there. And it was Devine. Did a good job to lock that one in. Did a good job there.
Yeah, that's what you want from your forwards. Do not let it back out easily. So keep it in there, you know.
So it's good that they've had the opportunity to get some more numbers down there. But unfortunately for the Maggies, that Clarence have cleared this one. And as soon as they get that long kick, and once the run's on, they look very, very dangerous. So with 6.5 minutes gone, it is Clarence 6-3-39 to Glenorchy 3-3-21. Fazackley up against Schultz. Schultz, you know, she'll give everything for that contest. Ball goes forward and mark taken by Blackburn. Blackburn centres the ball, looking for Hardy. She doesn't get it, but she's backed up by Del Perro. Del Perro further afield towards Reid. This needs to be a close contest. It was Yaron who's out there. Well played by Yaron.
Yeah, did really well then.
But look at that effective turn as Reid goes to quick handball, running very hard, almost slips that
well
tackle.
done.
Terrific work by Sutcliffe. I've been very, very impressed by Sutcliffe's game, Pete.
Yes, yeah, great player. We know Mackie Sutcliffe been a great player for a long time, and applied a trade over with North Melbourne as well in the VFL. So yeah, fantastic young footballer, Mackie Sutcliffe.
So gets in towards centre half forward. Clarence, swing around, go forward. Schultz is back there, just happens to drop that one. Love the second effort. Sutcliffe goes the cross side one there. Fazackley picks it up. Fazackley driving it deep in, looking for Reid. And why wouldn't you? Young Ava Reid's got 4 goals to her name. It's gone very, very wide, and another boundary throw in. So, Pete, there was the presentation earlier on for Brieanna's 100th game. Do the celebrations continue up in the club rooms after the game?
Look, I think there's a little bit of food for the players after the game, and undoubtedly there'll be 1 or 2 celebratory drinks just to relax and unwind after what's been a really big build-up and a really big game. So
I think that'd be only very, very sensible, and what lovely facilities to have it. And I dare say there's quite a big crowd that is up there, and they'd be hoping that Glenorchy can come home with a wet sail with 3 goals down. I'll need to get a wriggle on very shortly with about 8 minutes gone, playing the 18-minute quarter. Good effort there by Appleby. Maybe has applied that tackle, and she's been well, just for a minute the umpire went that way. I thought it was going to be a free kick to Clarence, and that's the way the umpire has indeed paid it, as that scrubby old kick end over end. Sometimes they can be problematic to pick up. Barwick picks it up, and she tries to push her way forward, as she has done for the 99 previous games that she has played. Always represents her club with 100% effort, as Silver comes in for a hard tackle. Thought it might have been a little bit high, but Vanessa Del Perro was probably dropping to her knees. So I reckon the ball up was fair enough, as Fazackley tries to tap it to herself. And just multiple stoppages here at this stage with 9.5 minutes gone. I think the coaches are just thinking, how can we make any moves? What can we do to create an opportunity here deep into this game? As Reid picks it up, she screws it round, that it's going to go towards the goal. That's a strong mark. Might have just edged her out, Pete, I think.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of hands in the back. I think so. Yeah, well spotted by the umpire there too.
Yep, it was. So it is Glenorchy through the agency. Eline Toto trying to get that kick in. Bursting out there was Triffett for Clarence. Triffett drives it inside the 50 again. Schultz is running back, trying to track that one. Sutcliffe's there to help. Knowles picks it up, and as is the case, Glenorchy just with that tackle count, they've been so good on keeping Clarence on the lead, but just that couple of times it's gone inside, especially when Reid's been on the outside, is when they've had problems. As a strong tackle there by Barwick, maybe potentially without the ball that particular time, as it spilled out. When Barwick went to tackle that, she didn't realise, I think her left arm dislodged the ball, and she went on with the tackle thinking the ball was still in there, and a free kick going to Clarence.
Yep, free kick to Madison Hardy.
So it is. Hardy goes the kick. It's not a bad looking drop punt. Glenorchy got players at the front there. That's Leaker. Right to the boundary line. If that's the case, it'll probably be, it is the boundary throw in. Great to see the boundary umpires here. That's normally the case, I suppose. It is Division 1 footy. This is the top division in the south. There are 5 teams, but next year, Pete, it's going to be expanded out to 6, we understand.
Yes, 6 teams next year, so replicate the men's competition.
Which would be terrific, won't it? So it looks like it'll be 16 games, I guess.
Yeah, 16 games is what they've settled on. So
which is terrific.
Yeah, fantastic.
All right, so Wagner picked it up, but Silva now, she's done a good job since she's dropped back, Pete. She's taken a couple of marks, and actually she's looked very good down back.
Yeah, a bit of experience. I think a player that's played over 100 games as well. So, just that experience, knowing what to do, cool head, dropping into space. Yep.
So there was, talking of Silvers, of course, there's two, Anita and Amanda Silver. What have we got here? 12 minutes gone in this last quarter. Ball's coming back in. Appleby goes up. Kept her eye on the ball. There goes Barwick as Knowles comes in. And you know, as soon as I mention the name Barwick, I really have to mention the name Knowles straight away there,
yes,
Pete.
Absolutely.
Because that's what's happened throughout the night. Well, that's hats off to Barwick, because they know that a lot of work has gone into her tonight, because they didn't really want her off the lead at all. There is no doubt about that. That said, she's got plenty of the footy. Nice play here by the Roos. They go for the centering play. Might have been Rachel Gill, who she's been a very effective forward. It's going to come back now. Nearly 13 minutes gone. The Roos, they're pressing. 6 goals so far. Well played by Harris. Shirks that one around. Goes very swiftly in towards that centre half forward position. There is Anita Silver. She just grabs the footy. Goes the big punt out wide. Charging on towards the ball is Lene. Goes over the centre now. They need to come up to the Glenorchy forwards, just playing from behind. They look very effective just a few minutes ago. Rachel Gill playing well forward from that half forward line, very high half forward, out towards Fazakli. She normally has a pretty long kick. Well done there. Leading out towards the ball was Yaron, staying in front of her opposition in Reed, but Reed tracks back to get the ball. Good play here by these young Clarence players, Del Perro, Webster, Preshaw, Reed, all done a really, really good job. The future is bright on the Eastern Shore with those young players as the ball comes deep into the forward line. As Leake sees that one over the line, it'll be another boundary throw in.
Yeah, I think time's ticking away for Glenorchy now. They need to really get a wriggle on and get it up on the forward line and try and get it a goal that would just give them that bit of momentum.
Well, what's that? It normally, from coaching parlours, I always go by the great Lee Matthews. He goes goals to minutes, and if you get outside of those parameters, Pete, it gets a little bit problematic.
Yes, indeed, and I think we're starting to get to that point now. So if they don't get one in the next 30 seconds or so here, we're in a bit of trouble. But
because the reality is, you get the ball, you get a goal, then the ball goes back to the centre. You get the clearance, and by default, you can get one more kick and you get another goal. So that's how it can happen so very, very quickly, which Clarence showed in the start of that third quarter. So it can be done. Excuse me, but it's just in this area where Clarence have got just set up quite nicely behind the ball, Pete. The Glenorchy have probably got that extra players just deep in the back line, and they're repelling these attacks, which has been brilliant, but it's just that link-up kick which has been the one that's been, a little bit problematic. Yeah. As Amanda Silver applies, a very strong tackle, but not before the umpire comes in and throws it up again. It is Fazakli who wins it on this particular occasion. It is Silver, Anita Silver at the bottom of the pack. Amanda Silver just to her right. Throws that one back, and another throw up. Very even contest again. Sutcliffe trying to get the clearance. Ball in dispute. There is Reed. She can't quite get the handle on it. Sutcliffe going back in again. Maybe dealt with without the ball, but it's spelt clear. Very kind bounce for Clarence. It goes back towards the goals, but keeping their eye on the ball and arching. Don't you love to see a defender do that, Pete?
Yep.
But it's going to come back here through the agency of Harris. It squares it up. Or 3 or 4 girls there for Glenorchy need to talk to each other if they can. There is Lene. She picks it up. She might have been taken. Holding the ball is the decision.
Yeah, I think she just missed it with her foot when she went to get a kick away. Unfortunately, a little tough decision, but it's probably there, so you got a part. So.
Oh, yep, you can see there. So, but I'll tell you one thing though, Pete, the person you don't want to see the ball in the hands of Ava Reed, and that's exactly who it's gone to. So here goes Reed.
Yeah, I'd have been trying to talk into the other player to take it. But yeah, she's looked very sharp so far, but just misses that one. So
she's kicked that a good distance too, hasn't she?
Yeah, great kick.
Lovely kick there by Ava Reed. Just on her distance though, and has gone to the near side. So we're into the last minute of play here, as it is. Sutcliffe kicking it out towards Silver. Here is Barwick. Good play by Barwick, trying to get the ball moving quickly. She'll go back in to try and get it again. She's bundled aside there through weight of numbers as the Roos come through, straight through the centre now. Coming through there is Leake. Big kick off the ground there, Pete.
Been very, very good tonight, Leake.
Yeah, she has. I've got her in some of my best players for Glenorchy, if not over the ground. She's been very good. She's really stood out because the ball has been down there a lot across that half-back line, and she has played a very, very nice game. Back in towards Fazakali. Ball in dispute now. Barwick picks it up off the side of her boot. Sammy Harris kicks long towards the goals, and the talk of the devil just standing up brilliantly on that last line of defence, trying to soak some time up, excuse me, as it ticks down towards that 18-minute mark. Line gets that kick, but indeed the siren has gone, which sees Clarence, excuse me, 6-4-40, defeating Glenorchy, a very gallant Glenorchy, 3-3-21 in what has been a very, very entertaining game of football. And there are our goal kickers. So for Glenorchy, excuse me, it is Aline with 1, Tanisha Devine with 1, Stacey Schultz with 1. For Clarence, it is Ava Reid, probably the difference between the two teams, with 4 goals, Blackburn 1 and Hardy 1. Well, Pete, it was a victory here for Clarence, but I tell you what, Glenorchy took the game right up to them, and with an ounce of luck here or there, maybe a little bit of experience, could have been that much closer.
Yes, indeed. Great game of football. I think you was right earlier. I think Eva Reid was a distance, just with that bit of class, really, bit of composure. 4 goals on a night like this is a fantastic effort. So fantastic.
It certainly was, and if we look through some of the better players, mate, I think for Clarence they've got some good young players out there. I like the work of Gemma Webster. She plays in the middle. She links up very nicely with Fazakli, who had a great contest. Del Perro's a good player. Hardy, Reid, Preshaw. So they've got some good young talent. For Glenorchy, though, I think they've got quite a bit to work with. When you look down here, we've got all the young ladies who have come across from Tonga, and we can point them out. Sutcliffe was really good. Owen was great in the ruck. It was really great across, of course, Brieanna Barwick. She just tries manfully all the time. And Schultz, who was playing on one leg, was pretty determined as well. So she did a great job. As we're looking now here, Pete, where the Glenorchy girls are racing over towards, and surely I would suspect that there might be a couple of young ladies, and I'm suggesting that one might be Schultz, the other one might be Sutcliffe, who are going to pick Brieanna Barwick up, and quite rightly they are cheering the new Life member off the ground, and showing a bit of class here from the Clarence Football Club, Pete.
Absolutely.
Everyone is lined up, because without a doubt football is the winner here tonight, and they are celebrating one of the champions of the SFLW, the trailblazer that is Brieanna Barwick, and it's great to see that she's still smiling. Let's be nice and clear that what we're seeing out in the world, Pete, there's wars and all this bad news in and around, and when you come and see here, you're seeing these fit young women going about their work, representing their clubs so very, very well. It's been a delight to be here at KG5 tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You've hit the nail on the head there, Hoppy. Fantastic to see these young girls coming out there, giving it their all, training, and a credit to both sides. Really, I thought it was a really good game of football. They certainly put everything on the line, and played in pretty good spirit too.
Absolutely.
Really tough contest. There was no quarter given, no quarter asked for, but fair all the way. So great game of football.
Mate, thank you so much for joining me. That is the great Peter Barwick, the president of the Glenorchy Football Club, and what I would suggest is a very, very proud dear old dad here. You're going to enjoy the rest of the night and go and enjoy those festivities. It's been a fantastic game, but Clarence, just that little bit too strong. You can see why they are sitting in third position. They're just sort of sharpening up, ready for their tilt on the grand final if they can get there. It's Kingborough who play Lauderdale tomorrow, which will round out the round. So we hope that you've enjoyed the coverage here tonight from KG5. It's Andrew Silverfox, Hopwood and Peter Barwick wishing you a very good evening, and we look forward to bringing you next match when we see you next time.
She's got a broken hand. How can you be playing with a broken hand, Andrew?
Well, she's tough. And talking of tough, there is Schultz. She's another ripping player as she tries to knock it over. Good start here by the Magpies as it was Silver. And what about that one? That's Lemmy Fine has put that one through for a great goal. As I'm waffling on, Duff, I could have missed one of the goals of the season. That was a cracker. As I know Jerry's just tapped me, said, Hoppy, have a look at this one on the... Taking that one was Del Perro, but just came off her chest. Good strong tackle. That's brilliant work there. It's one of the features of these young ladies, the tackling, Pete.
Lomé, that one, Lomé.
A very entertaining start to this game. Good skills on offer. Perfect conditions. As I was driving out here, you could just see the clouds just fluttering here. Beautiful night here for football out at KG5. Oh, luck's the fortune for the Roos there. It was Blackburn who rove that one and has put it through for Clarence's first goal, and that sees them move to 1-1-7. But it is now going to be a kick on goal for Ava Reid. Reid comes in. The drop punt looks pretty good. And that is the second goal for the visiting team from the Eastern Shore. That sees them go on to 2 goals, 1-13. Glenorchy, 1 goal straight, 6.
Normally I'd say umpire's goal, but given it was former or current player life member Nyetta Leach making the decision, I'll just say, look, umpire's call, that one, so umpire's call.
I also did say, mate, beforehand, before you joined us, it's wonderful for the occasion. It is a boundary throw-in. That was a little bit more promising from the Magpies.
Yeah, good forward entry there, and hopefully they can work hard to keep the ball in here and create a scoring opportunity. So,
okay,
Owen.
It is
good.
Owen. Quick snap out of goal towards the wing position. Through the legs there, but it comes towards Blackburn. Blackburn goes for the left foot. There is Ava Reid. Reid picks it up. She takes a quick bounce. She's going to go again. She's streaking towards the goal. She goes the third bounce. Normally a pretty good sort of kick, and that is a very, very nice goal. And there you can see, the skills of someone that has played football from a very young age, Pete.
Yeah, absolutely. Just read the ball a little better on the bounce there.
Yeah, Lomi, she's really coming into the game, Pete, isn't she? She's getting a lot of the footy. Here is Silver. Now she can kick a goal. Gets it back in. Brilliant play by the Magpies. And Devine has taken the mark, and she's got an opportunity about 20 metres out directly in front of the goal.
Yes, another one new to footy this year as well. So they're doing such a great job, and again playing in front.
Yep.
First rule of a forward: play in front. You give yourself every opportunity, and actually a sister of Mackie Sutcliffe as well, young Tanisha Devine.
Have a look at the kick there! Brilliant kick by Tanisha Devine. And the big crowd that have come out to watch here, and she is absolutely cock-a-hoot. Have a look at that. 14, trailing Clarence, 3-2-20. Ball gets knocked out of the centre. Oh, this is a very bright and breezy start as Preshaw picks the ball up for the Roos, gets it down towards Webster, back out towards the very dangerous Reid, and she is very effective and, dare I say, clinical. Anywhere she gets near the goal. I believe her nickname is the Surgeon, because she is very impressive the way she just likes coming back again is Preshaw. She goes further afield looking for Webster, just kicking that one off the ground. It's almost as if the tempo has picked up just a little. Gill then picks it up. Gill playing a good game around that half forward line. Back out towards Reid. I'd get a tight lead on Reid if I were to say another one, because again, anywhere near those goals, she has put that one through. Any positional changes here, Supercoach Barwick? I think someone's got to get kick.
Yeah. Sling tackle, I think. So I'll continue after this here. She has a.
Is that Lemay's going to have a
looks
kick
like
here?
Yep. Now she has been.
Yeah, you can see that was definitely a sling.
Yep.
So she's gone a fair way back here.
Gone well back. Gone well back. I think she's got on YouTube and looked at Ben Brown.
Yeah,
So,
but look at this. Just getting some momentum up. Here she comes. Tell you what, that's almost 50 just quietly. The young lady. Oh, there's a strong mark by Schultz.
Yeah.
And
Or a pineapple. So yeah, really, really important to play well in the last quarter out on the green machine wing. I can tell you that.
oh, I love to hear stories like that. The umpire just making sure that the players are on the right mark. Oh, that's a good kick towards the leading Barwick. I thought for a minute it might have gone a little bit too high, but she knew exactly what she was about. And Bree Barwick comes out and takes a nice mark.
It just dropped into the space there, and no one really went with her. So, yep, took it at full stretch.
She knows she's right on the limit, so she drives it long. She's looking for Schultz, and Schultz has gone up and taken the mark. So she'll go back now, Pete. Let's hope she's learned. When Fazakli was jumping over the top, she went in really, really close to her and used her strength and body around it as Knowles gets that quick kick out. That was very effective play by the Kangaroos. And it's when they create that space, Pete, is when they look very, very dangerous. And they do there again, and a nice goal by the Roos. Yeah, just good, clean hands and just that bit of outside run and receive, and a good finish there as well by, I think it was Madison Hardy. Again, another former Glenorchy. Line gets that kick, but indeed the siren has gone, which sees Clarence, excuse me, 6-4-40, defeating Glenorchy, a very gallant Glenorchy, 3-3-21 in what has been a very, very entertaining game of football. And there are our goal kickers. So for Glenorchy, excuse me, it is Aline with 1, Tanisha Devine with 1, Stacey Schultz with 1. For Clarence, it is Ava Reid, probably the difference between the two teams, with 4 goals, Blackburn 1 and Hardy 1. Well, Pete, it was a victory here for Clarence, but I tell you what, Glenorchy took the game right up to them.